Hey explorers of the unknown, have you ever wondered what secrets Africa held before history books got, well, edited by outsiders? I'm talking about the Lost African Book of Knowledge, a mythical collection of wisdom that might just rewrite everything we thought we knew. Buckle up, because this is going to be a wild ride through forgotten empires and mind-blowing ancient technology. Okay, so picture this. Africa, centuries ago. Not the Africa often portrayed in old movies, but a continent buzzing with innovation, complex societies, and knowledge systems so advanced they might make your jaw drop. We're not talking about fairy tales, but documented evidence, oral traditions, and archaeological finds that hint at a rich intellectual heritage deliberately suppressed or erased during colonialism. Think of it as the world's biggest cover-up, but instead of aliens, it's just brilliant Africans. Now, there's no actual book titled The Lost African Book of Knowledge, sadly. It's more like a collection of lost chapters scattered across the continent. We have to piece it together like an ancient jigsaw puzzle. But what kind of information are we talking about? Think sophisticated mathematics used in building the Great Zimbabwe, an architectural marvel that still baffles engineers today. Imagine herbal medicine so potent it could probably cure the common cold. Okay, maybe not, but you get the idea. And let's not forget astronomy. Some African cultures charted the stars with incredible accuracy, predicting eclipses and understanding celestial movements long before telescopes became a thing. Seriously, these guys were smart. Now some might say, wait a minute, Europe had all that stuff too, and they'd be right. The difference is, much of Africa's knowledge was either dismissed as primitive, actively destroyed, or conveniently absorbed and credited elsewhere. It's like inventing the wheel and then someone else taking credit. Total bummer. Here's where the erasure part comes in. Colonial powers often rewrote history to justify their dominance. African achievements were downplayed, traditional knowledge systems were suppressed, and a narrative of inferiority was pushed to make it easier to control the population. It's like replacing a delicious, authentic African dish with a bland, flavorless, well, you get the picture. It just doesn't compare. But here's the good news. The story isn't completely lost. Much of this knowledge was preserved through oral traditions, passed down through generations of griots, the storytellers and historians of West Africa. These guys were like walking, talking libraries. Imagine having the entire history of your culture stored in your head. Talk about a brain upgrade. Then, thanks to modern archaeology and a renewed interest in African history, we're slowly uncovering more and more pieces of this lost knowledge. Ancient texts are being translated, archaeological sites are being excavated, and oral traditions are being documented. It's like finding a hidden treasure chest filled with intellectual gold. Let me give you a concrete example. Remember the Antikythera mechanism? The ancient Greek device that could predict astronomical events? Well, some researchers believe that similar, potentially even more advanced devices might have existed in Africa. We're talking about sophisticated technology used for navigation, agriculture, and even, dare I say, early forms of computing. But then, this lost knowledge isn't just about dusty old artifacts, it's also about the potential for innovation today. By understanding the wisdom of the past, we can unlock new solutions to modern problems. Think sustainable agriculture based on traditional farming techniques, renewable energy solutions inspired by ancient architectural designs, and even new approaches to medicine based on traditional herbal remedies. For example, many traditional African cultures have a deep understanding of biodiversity and sustainable resource management. They knew how to live in harmony with nature long before sustainability became a buzzword. Applying these principles today could revolutionize our approach to environmental conservation. It's like having a secret weapon against climate change, and it's been hidden in plain sight all along. Therefore, where do you go from here? Well, start digging. There are tons of amazing books, documentaries, and online resources that explore pre-colonial African history and knowledge systems. Support African scholars and researchers who are working to uncover and preserve this invaluable heritage. Ask questions, challenge assumptions, and be open to the possibility that everything you thought you knew about Africa might just be incomplete. Uncovering the lost African book of knowledge is not just about rewriting history. It's about empowering future generations. It's about celebrating the incredible ingenuity and resilience of African cultures. It's about reclaiming a narrative that has been suppressed for far too long. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the erasure of African knowledge? What other examples of pre-colonial African achievements do you know about? Share your ideas in the comments below. Let's start a conversation and help spread the word about this fascinating and important topic. Thanks for joining me on this journey of discovery. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure into the unknown. Until then, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep believing in the power of forgotten knowledge. Peace out.